These are the 10 best-known dinosaurs. Number 10. This is the forgotten record holder for largest terrestrial carnivore of all time. Meet Spinosaurus, the fish-catching master. One species, S. aegyptiacus, is valid while a second species, S. mauricanus, is possible, but unknown. Until 2018, it has been traditionally deemed as bigger than T-Rex, at 59 feet long, 23 feet high and weighing 23 tons or 20 metric tons. But new 2024 research say that it was smaller, at 46 feet long, 16 feet tall and weighing 9 tons or 8 metric tons. It is also a controversial villain in Jurassic Park III, when it broke T-Rex's neck. They were initially thought to be giant terrestrial meat-eaters, which had the ability to kill anything in their path and run on 2 legs. But ever since 2010, paleontologists believe that Spinosauruses were more aquatic than previously hypothesized. And also in 2024, it's thought Spinosauruses were more like a strong swimmer. They had conical teeth with no serrated edges that are used to hold on to a struggling large fish without releasing it. They used their small back legs and large tail fin to propel themselves underwater. They got their genus name thanks to their 5-foot-tall spines. If covered in skin, they likely formed a sail, fin or maybe even a hump. This sail-like structure probably helped them balance while swimming. Number 9. This is Ceratosaurus. It was a medium-sized predatory dinosaur. It was a success in Jurassic Park and the heavily criticized Jurassic Fight Club, where it was brutally f***ed up by a gigantic Allosaurus. It got its genus name to describe what was originally a nasal horn, but 2 more horns are located on top of the eyes, and those 3 protuberances are truly not horns. 3 species are validly described: C. nasicornis, C. dentasulcatus, and the dubious C. magnicornis, with the type species previously being a species of Megalosaurus, the first validly named genus of non-avian dinosaurs. And those 3 species were found in the United States of America and the Portuguese Republic during the end of the Jurassic. Initially, though, many species were described, and were believed to have roamed the United Republic of Tanzania, formerly German East Africa, and the Swiss Confederation, with a possible species being located in the Oriental Republic of Uruguay. The smallest species can be 16 feet long, 5 feet tall and weigh half a ton, while the largest can be 23 feet long, 7 feet tall and weigh 1 metric ton. It's possible that Ceratosauruses hunted in packs. They can use their horn-like protuberances as weapons, and also to attract a mate. Number 8. This is a favorite dinosaur of many kids. Meet Ankylosaurus, the walking armored tank. This is a fan favorite when it comes to armored dinosaurs because of how unusual it is. It became a crushing success because of Jurassic Park and Walking with Dinosaurs. It can be 30 feet long, stand 8 feet at the back and weigh 10 tons or 9,074 kilograms, which surprisingly makes it the largest of all armored dinosaurs.
What?
But it's also the last one to go extinct, dying out when the Paleogene started 65 million years ago. Its signature feature is its large round bone on its tail tip called the club tail. It can use it to hit a predator, and even rivals of its own genus and species. One whack from the tail and the victim may die from broken bones. It may have also lured in a predator with the tail until its back is covered in a large row of armored scutes and bony plates, resembling pure armor. It lived alongside its 3-horned buddy, Triceratops, and their biggest enemy is the tyrannical Tyrannosaurus rex. Number 7. This carnivorous dinosaur was such an icon, in fact, that it was considered the most inaccurate dinosaur in Jurassic Park. This is Dilophosaurus. It lived in the American United States during the early Jurassic. It got its name from a pair of head crests, but was previously placed in the first validly named dinosaur genus, the European Megalosaurus. There was formerly also a second species, but this time was found in Asia's China. Currently, it got its own genus, Spinosaurus, alluding to its location. It can be 20 feet long, 6 feet tall and weigh 550 pounds or 1/4 ton. It was the largest land animal during its existence. Sometimes it was traditionally depicted with a neck frill and seen attacking by spitting venom, which became a crazy hit in 1993's Jurassic Park. But it was proven not to have those features since it was still dangerous. See, it has slicing hand talons and a jaw full of serrated conical teeth. However, the jawline is similar to that of crocodilians, which would indicate holding onto a slippery fish. Number 6. This is a fan favorite among dinosaurs. This is Stegosaurus. Its most famous features are its signature large kite-shaped back plates and 4 sharp spikes at the tip of its tail. It previously was depicted with 8 spikes on its heavy tail. It would use those spikes to hit a predator's face and cause serious injuries. Scientists today call this spiky tail a thagomizer. As for its plates, Well, some scientists believe that it used them to change color to threaten off a predator. As of right now, only 3 species are valid, and they all lived in the United States and Portugal at the end of the Jurassic. But initially, there were many species added to the genus, and were thought to live in Madagascar, China and England during the Middle Jurassic and Early Cretaceous. And there are also doubtful species added too. It can get as big as a bull elephant, at 30 feet long, 10 feet tall at the hips and weighing more than 8,800 pounds, making it the biggest member of the Stegosauria group. It became a smashing success in Jurassic Park and the British Walking with Dinosaurs documentary. It is called stupid because of its walnut-sized brain. The brain fits well in its rather small head, but one paleontologist believed that there's a second brain in its but that hypothesis was gross. So that was disproven. Number 5. You wouldn't be surprised when I say that this predatory dinosaur is a fan favorite. Meet Allosaurus, the speedy predator. It was a large success in the British Walking with Dinosaurs documentary and Planet Dinosaur. Today, only 3 species are valid, with one newly named in 2020, and they all thrived in both the American United States and Europe's Portugal during the end of the Jurassic. But previously, many species were included, and were thought to not just live in the US, but also in Switzerland, Russia, Tanzania, China and even Australia during the late Jurassic and early Cretaceous. 2 dubious genera that are possibly Allosaurus or Antrodemus, and the possibly giant Epantherias, with a valid genus, Saurophaganax, being argued as an Allosaurus sometimes. And there's also the lesser-known Apatodon, which was formerly described as a pig. Genera that are now Allosaurus synonyms include Labrosaurus and Creosaurus. Allosaurus can be 30 feet long, stand 9 feet tall and weigh 4,400 pounds. It was previously thought to hunt by using its serrated teeth as a hatchet, but that was disproven when a new hypothesis depicts it jumping onto prey. To hunt a large sauropod, it probably hunted in packs. It can run up to 30 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest large theropods. Number 4. When it comes to the biggest dinosaurs ever, this one is a fan favorite. Brachiosaurus, the Titanic giraffe. In the past, 5 species were deemed and were thought to inhabit the United States, Algeria, Tanzania and Portugal during the late Jurassic and early Cretaceous. But currently, the Tanzanian species became Giraffatitan, the Portuguese species became Lusotitan, and the Algerian Cretaceous species became Dubious. So the only valid species is Brachiosaurus altithorax, and the only place it inhabited was just America's United States during the late Jurassic. It can tower 46 feet off the ground, reach 80 feet long and weigh 55 tons or 50 metric tons. It was previously recognized as the biggest land animal ever, until new sauropods were discovered. It became a giant success in Jurassic Park and Walking with Dinosaurs. But it didn't chew like a cow. And many famous models are, in fact, the African Giraffatitan. 'Cause you see, its signature head bump is shorter and its nostrils are at the tip of its nose. Its name refers to its front legs being longer than its back legs. And although initially depicted as a swamp dweller, it was mostly terrestrial and sometimes wallowed in water. Number 3. This is a childhood favorite among dinosaurs. Meet Triceratops, formerly Agathomas. Othniel Charles Marsh previously classified this large reptile as a bison, and throughout the 1870s, it was initially named as Agathomas, and even Polyonyx. Even though it initially had several species being added, they were deemed synonymous. So the only valid species are just Triceratops horridus and Triceratops prorsus. It lived alongside the powerful Tyrannosaurus rex, its main predator. And along with it, it was the last of the non-avian dinosaurs to go extinct. At 66 million years ago, as one of the biggest ceratopsians, it was as big as a bull elephant, at 30 feet long, 10 feet tall, and weighing 18,000 pounds. The sick Triceratops in 1993's Jurassic Park made it a successful ceratopsian. Its signature 3 horns are why its name means face with 3 horns in Greek language. If faced against a predator, like T-Rex, it would use its horns to attack and its fancy frill to protect its neck. But sometimes, it gets injured very badly. Number 2. This is the first that pops into people's minds when thinking about dinosaurs, and is traditionally thought of as the king of dinosaurs. Meet Tyrannosaurus, the bulky predatory brute. This strong carnivore became a Hollywood success because of the Jurassic Park and World trilogies. It was previously thought to have a single species, Tyrannosaurus rex, with some species like Tarbosaurus baitar and Zoochung tyrannus magnus originally being added to the genus, as well as in 2022, where 2 species, T. regina and T. imperator being classified as valid until later deemed synonymous. However, in 2024, an older second species, T. Macranesis, was described as valid. It actually surpassed Spinosaurus as the heaviest land predator ever, at 42 feet long, almost 13 feet tall and surpassing 11,000 kilograms or 12 tons, making it the only theropod to surpass 10 US tons. But even though typically seen as a terrestrial animal, it sometimes swims in water. Despite its arms being small, they are actually strong, in fact, that it can lift 400 pounds with its puny arms. It sometimes gets hurt when it hunts its favorite meals, like Triceratops, Ankylosaurus and Ananatitan, but it has the strongest bite of any land animal ever, surpassing 12,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. Its 12-inch teeth are actually designed to crush bones, and can break any protective part of its favorite meal. So it didn't need its arms to take down its prey. It was initially thought to be speedy, at 31 miles per hour. But current research say that because of its robust build, it was slow, maximizing at 20 miles per hour. And last, but certainly not least, number 1. This small dinosaur got so famous to the point where movies depict it inaccurately. Of course, I'm talking about Velociraptor. Two species are valid, one from Mongolia, and another from China, with possibilities for a third species in the Namek Formation. It is what made Jurassic Park and Jurassic World so damn famous. But those movies depict as large and scaly. The real-life Velociraptor was 6 feet long, 2 feet tall and weighed 33 pounds, and it is currently believed to be covered feathers, mostly for warmth and to attract those sexy mates. It got named for being speedy, running at 31 miles per hour. Despite being small, it can take down a large animal. Apparently, its favorite meal is the often aggressive Protoceratops. And this fossil find, the fighting dinosaurs, is strong evidence. It is possible for these groundhogs to hunt in packs, because even a solitary velociraptor can get injured while attacking. Its most lethal features are teeth as serrated as a butcher knife, and its signature sickle claw, used to stab and slice. Its closest living relatives are birds of prey like eagles. Although controversial and misunderstood, it is still a Hollywood success.